Hey everybody, this is Morgan. I am going to record you guys a video of my hair routine. Now it's going to be really awkward because I don't have anyone here to hold the camera for me, but you'll see it. But anyways, the two products I'm going to be using is the Suave Naturals Tropical Coconut Conditioner. That's what I use for washing and conditioning. So that's all I'm going to be using in the shower. And then when I get out, I will use this as my gel. This is, if you can see that, it's a Kinky Curly Original Curling Custard. This has a bit more of a watery texture where the Herbal Essence gel is thicker. Both work well. I've used this before and I just bought this and I'm just using it again, and it's a little bit more expensive, but I really like it. I like the wateriness because I feel like it spreads better. But I will admit that the Herbal Essence gel, because of its thicker nature, it tends to hold a bit better. But my hair holds curl pretty well on its own, so that's why I'm using this today, and I don't have any of the Herbal Essence with me, so I ran out. So I'm going to be using those two products today, and I'm going to let you see how I do my hair. So let's get started. Alright, here I am in the shower, and all I'm doing right now is I start with warm water, and I am just getting my hair wet. Which I have lots of thick hair, so it takes quite a while. Okay, and here I just wanted to point out that with my hair wet with not much conditioner in it, it's still rather tangly. And as you notice, I'm not running my fingers through my hair yet. I do kind of towards my scalp, but it's not real tangled there. And so I'm just squeezing the water into my hair, and then you'll notice I run my fingers more through my hair as a detangling thing while I get the conditioner. So here I am getting the conditioner, and I'll show you how much I use, and that's just starting out. So I rub my hands together, and just using my fingertips, I scrub some into my scalp, and then I rub my hands together to redistribute and scrub my scalp again. So that's all I'm doing here. And so that dollop of conditioner you saw, I'm just rubbing that into the area above my forehead and like above my ears. So that's just doing that section of my hair. All right, and then I'm going to get a little bit more. And here I'll start doing like the top of my head. Same thing as before, doing just the fingertips and then redistributing across my hands and then scrubbing in a different area. And then at the back of my neck. Or the back of my head near the nape of my neck. And here, now that I've got the conditioner pretty well distributed around my scalp, I'm just scrubbing at this point. This is what it'll help stimulate your scalp, which helps for healthy hair and hair growth. And it just helps lift all the dirt and grime and stuff that your hair picks up throughout the day. All right, and then I'm going to take more, and now we're going to do the length of my hair. I sort of rake it in to kind of get it everywhere starting out. And then rubbing my hands together with my hair in the middle, I just sort of scrub the length of my hair to get it nice and clean.
That's me getting hair off my fingers. Drives me nuts. All right, and usually this is about where I stop, but I noticed that the length of my hair felt a little not as moisturized as usual, so I'm getting a little bit more, and I'm going to put some more in the length of my hair. So it all just depends on your hair. Some days I use more conditioner than others. It just depends on, how my hair feels. If it feels dry or if, it feels like that's a good amount, it just really pay attention to your hairs. If you feel like your hair is really soaking up that conditioner, don't be afraid to put more in. And so here I'm just scrubbing a little bit more. Once again, around the front of my hair, it just didn't feel like it was really saturated with conditioner, so I just added a bit more. Oh, and just to note, when I'm scrubbing my hair, I'm not using like fingernails or whatever. You're just using the pads of your fingertips. All right, and then here I'm going to start rinsing my hair, still with warm water. And one thing I want to point out here is to scrub your scalp as you're rinsing. That really gets, it helps aid the process in lifting all that dirt and grime and stuff off your scalp and getting it all rinsed out of your hair. Now here you start noticing me combing through my hair. This is because the conditioner's in there, my hair detangles a lot easier. And also to rinse thoroughly, I know it just looks like I'm running my fingers through my hair, but I'm actually squeezing my fingers together, so it's actually wringing the water out of the length of my hair as I'm combing through it. Some people rinse their hair, some people will like wash with lots of conditioner and only rinse part of it out. But how do how much is enough, if it's too much, and then I want to make sure that I get all the nasty stuff out of my hair, the dirt, dust, stuff that my hair picks up from day to day. And so what I do is I wash and thoroughly rinse, just like you would like a shampoo, and then I add, here in a minute you'll see that I add just a little bit of conditioner to the length of my hair as a conditioner, not so much as a wash. I think I got a little bit of conditioner in my eyes, so I kept rubbing my eyes to get it out. All right, so here's where I'm just getting a little bit more conditioner, which that's actually a little more than I use, but it kind of squirted out fast on me. But now I just sort of rake it in my hair, in the length of my hair, to help, just extra hydrate those curls. And then I'm scrunching it into the hair just to, just evenly distributing it everywhere. All right, now here I just turned the water to cool, and I do it pretty cold, but just as long as it's cooler than your starting amount. But what this does is the cool water helps lay down your hair cuticle. The warm water opens it up, which is what helps you wash your hair and get all of the dirt stuff out of there, because the cuticle opens up, allowing moisture to come out. Not moisture, but just anything that's in there, just all of it to come out. So now what we're focusing on with the cool water is to close that cuticle back down so that your hair is smooth and not frizzy, and also to help it stay hydrated, because the cuticle's open, moisture leaves easier, where if it's closed, not as much. And notice here, I'm running my fingers through my hair, but I'm not really squeezing my fingers together this time. I'm just getting the cool water all the way down my hair. So here I'm not really rinsing the conditioner out very much. I'm just sort of getting the water evenly distributed. All right, so we're all done, and now I'm going to take my Curls Like Us towel. It's t-shirt material, just in towel form, so if you don't have, a towel like this, you can just use a t-shirt. And I'm squeezing my hair. Most people and most of the Curly Girl articles will tell you to put your product in while your hair's still dripping wet, but since this gel, the Kinky Curly, it has more of a watery texture, it doesn't do well for me unless I squeeze a little bit more excess water out. So here I take a little gel, and I'm going to scrunch it up into my hair. And here I'm just sort of raking it over the outside. I'm not really combing through my hair, just to kind of get it up the length a little bit before scrunching it. And like I said, this is the watery kind, so it spreads a little better. If you're using the herbal essence, you want to keep your hair dripping wet, and then scrunch it in there because of its thicker nature, where this is watery. So. And then now I'm going to take a little bit more, and I'm going to do each side of my head now. And excuse the mascara under my eyes. All right, here I'm using another Curls Like Us towel and a headband, and we're going to go plop. You can use a t-shirt or a long sleeve shirt. I've figured out a way to use these towels so I don't have to keep shirts in the bathroom. So now I just puddle and flip to the back of my head, and then just kind of take the corners and bring them to the back as well. And then I use a headband to hold it all in place. And like I said, I just do this long enough for me to get dressed and ready so that I'm not disturbing the hair. But here we are, looking gorgeous.
Okay, I'm now dressed, and my makeup's on. So now I'm going to take this out. And how I do that is, let me back you up a little bit. And how I do that is that I just take it and I just slide it up in it. Like that. And then what I do is, let me see if I can squat down so you can see it better. Then what I do is I just take it and I sort of just gently toss it back and shake it. And then I let it air dry. So I'll be back when it's all dry. Alright, here we're done. What I'm doing is just showing you that my hair is dry and it still looks rather wet because that's just the gel, you know, that's dried and it's really crunchy. So now what I'm going to do is, I usually use both hands here, but I'm holding the camera. But yeah, you're just taking your hair and you're just going to scrunch it, similar to how you were doing the gel. However, I'm not like squeezing it a bunch of times. I'm just going up there, squeezing and releasing just to break that gel mold that's been around your hair. So now notice my hair doesn't look near as wet and it's a lot fluffier now because the hairs aren't, you know, captured in that cast. So now I'm just going to do the other side. And I scrub my scalp a little bit because with my hair being wet, it sort of dries, sort of stuck to my scalp, I feel like sometimes. So what I do, and for added volume, is I just sort of scrub my head to kind of separate those hairs and sort of, I guess, rough them up a little bit. And what that does for me anyways is it just adds a little bit of extra volume to the top of my hair so it's not laying flat. But this will be where, if you have thinner hair, this is where the clipping the roots will help. I just don't need it because my hair is thick enough on its own. Oh, and here you guys were talking about the part. As you notice, I don't on purposely part my hair. That's just kind of where it falls. So I don't know if you can tell, but it's not a very straight part, and it's just kind of however my hair wants to fall that day. And so here's a shot of the back. And as you can tell, I really love touching my hair, so that's why I'm not much of a hairspray kind of girl, because I like to touch it. And here it is, all finished, curly and dry. And thanks for watching, guys.